Hello, everybody. I'm Brett Wagner, and welcome to Pastime. Name the time, win the cash. It's that easy. We are in Chandler, Arizona at Firebird International Raceway, and I got a couple $1,000s I want to give away. Let's meet our contestants. Heather from Arizona. How you doing, Heather? From Mesa.
Yes, good.
All right.
How are you?
Clay, how you doing, buddy?
Very good.
Where are you from, Clay?
Chandler, Arizona.
Chandler, Arizona, right here. And Ken Herring, the owner and operator of Texas Chassis Work. My man!
Ready.
The house. We've been kicking some serious butt out here in Arizona.
We have.
Are we going to save some money today?
We're going to take it all home.
We're going to take it all. Let's meet our first driver. That is an e-ticket ride, huh?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Kirk Mitchell.
Kirk, tell me about your ride.
It's a 1959 Corvette. I've owned it since I was 19.
Wow.
It's powered by a 283 with a 4-speed.
Sounds like it should be at the Barrett Jackson's auto show right now, up for auction.
Nah, it's not a trailer queen.
Heather, first question.
What size motor's in it?
It's 283.
283.
Clay?
What do you shift it at?
When it noses over,
Is
Tell
that
us a little bit more of that.
there's no tack in it.
There's no tack.
Oh, okay.
wow.
When it starts to nose over, I shift it.
Okay.
And Ken Herring.
Kirk, is there anything done to the motor at all?
It's a 12-to-1 292 comp cam, 750 Holly on it.
Beautiful car. You ready to take it? You ready to take a pass
You
for us?
bet.
Let's do it. All right, guys. This is a $100 pass. Let's lock in our times. Heather, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 girls.
Wow. Congratulations. Say hello to the girls if you'd like.
Hi, girls. Marissa, listen, Brianna. Mommy's on TV.
Now, I believe that you have there's a little racing in your family.
Yes, my husband races.
What kind of car?
He's got a 65 and a 66 GTO.
Very nice. The goats.
Yes.
Like the goats. Well, let's take a look at those times. This is a $100 pass. A 1280 for Ken Herring, 1375 for Clay, and a 1283 for Heather. 1375, Clay.
Yeah, look at the tires.
I'll give you the times.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Fixing to murder this thing.
Let's watch this pass.
Oh.
I think I got you, Ken.
I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chunk the start for us.
Chunk the start.
Chunked it.
He chunked
Well,
it.
let's
That
see
almost
how
sounded
bad.
like you said it. Oh, my God.
Clay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Right
All
there,
right,
guys.
man.
Cash is good. A little recap. Ken Herring sitting on 0. Clay, our man here from Chandler, Arizona, sitting on 100, and Heather sitting on 0. Let's bring up our next driver. Tell me a little bit about that. You just got on the right-hand side of your car.
Yeah, comes from another country where they make cars as well.
What's your name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, tell me about your ride.
It's actually a drift car. It's not really a drag car, so it's not really that fast. But
That's okay. We love cars, especially drift cars. That's cool. Now,
It'll do
tell me
pretty
a little
good,
bit what you got built on it.
I did a swap on it. It's a RB25 swap. It had a 2-liter inline 6. So I just replaced it with the newer model 2.5 liter and a couple little extra bells and whistles here and there. That's pretty much it.
All right, Heather, you got a question for Jimmy?
So are you running nitrous on it?
No nitrous.
No nitrous?
Clay, question for Jimmy?
You have a horsepower approximation on it?
About 280, 300 wheels, somewhere in there.
And Ken Herring for Jimmy.
You're not going to show us any drifting, are you?
No.
All right. That's all we needed to know.
All right, you ready to make those drifters out there proud?
Sure.
All right, Jimmy,
Sure I
let's make a
can.
pass. This is a $100 pass. Clay, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I run a speed shop here in Arizona. We build high-performance muscle cars
Huh?
with modern engines and drivetrains.
So this game's right up your alley.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
And I'm all in. You know, the biggest reason why I'm here is to knock Ken off his throne.
We were coming into Arizona at about 75% winning percentage. We might be at the 80, 85 by now.
We're better.
Let's lock in those times.
I think you might have BS.
Take a look at these times. 1380 for Ken, a 1445 for Clay, and a 1450 for Heather.
There it goes.
Ken, 1380.
Yeah.
I think we're still going to get a very slow time here.
I think so too.
1432,
Wow.
I think. Big
Clay.
Clay again.
All right.
Clay, the performance shop, man. What's going on there, Clay?
Well, you know, I came here with a purpose, like I told you.
Let's go. Ken with 0. Clay with
Clay with
$200.
$200.
And Heather with 0. Don't worry about it. We got a lot more rounds. Let's bring up our next driver. What's your name?
Heather.
Heather, thanks so much for coming out. Tell me about your Porsche.
911. It's an 01, sort of modified from Heather's back. Technicals, you'd have to ask the Skyline guy because he did all the work.
Okay. How long you been racing?
This is actually my first run ever.
Oh.
Wow, Heather.
Awesome.
Do you have a question for Heather? Heather.
Yeah, by the way, I love your name.
Thank you, lovely.
Is that an automatic or a 4-speed?
It's a Tiptronic, but it has paddle shifters on it. We took the original steering wheel out because it got in the way.
Paddle shifters.
right.
Clay, question for Heather.
Is it turbocharged?
Yes.
And a question for Heather there, Ken.
Do you drive the car all the time yourself?
I do.
So this is just the first time down the track?
Yes.
So this is a
you-
daily driver?
Yeah.
Heather, let's see what you can do. All right, last of the $100 passes. Let's lock in our times. Let's take a look at those times. 13:20 for Ken, 12:80 for Clay, and a 14:83 for Heather. Heather, you have no faith in your girl with your namesake there.
That's the slowest burnout I've ever seen. Super slow-mo.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. A little turbo coming in. Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't have to worry about shifting that.
Yep.
Last
13-15.
13:15.
Oh.
Get over there, right there, Ken Harry.
Good
Look
for
at right
first.
on the money.
Sometimes-
There's our man, folks, right there.
Exactly. First
All
time's
right,
a
let's
good
do a
time.
little recap. Ken Harry, the house, sitting on $100. Big Clay from Chandler, sitting on $200. And Heather sitting on 0. Folks, don't go anywhere. It's pastime. We're coming back, and the rounds are getting a little bit more expensive. All right, folks, welcome back to pastime. I still got a lot of jack I want to give away. Let's bring up our next driver. What's your name?
Gary Stein.
Gary, tell me about your ride.
That's 67 Mustang, just pretty much stock, 4-speed, fun car.
Gary, what kind of motor you got in there?
289, 4-barrel and headers and a little high rise.
Heather, question for Gary.
Have you done anything to the motor?
Have you done anything
Any
to the motor?
modifications
Well,
to
it's
the motor?
got cam in it, and balance blueprinted.
You're rolling some nitrous?
Nah, not.
Straight motor. All right, Clay, question for Gary.
Have you ever raced it before?
Yeah, I've been down here. Like 14.8's the best I ever done.
Oh! Oh!
Gary, they're supposed to guess your time, Gary. That's what the show is. They're supposed to guess what you're going to do in the quarter mile.
Oh, it's going to go faster now.
All right, you ready, Gary?
I'm ready. I got both.
All right, Gary, let's do this. Let's
Lord.
go. All right. Gary's a good guy. We don't hate him. We love him. We embrace it. So now these folks right here,
Yeah.
let's see how close they can get. They've already been given a time. It's the closest to the time. So let's lock in those times. This is a $200 pass. This might help you, Heather.
Yeah, it might.
All right, let's take a look at these times. A 14:70 for Ken, 15 flat for Clay, and a 14:25 for Heather.
And he's going to do that right off the starting
Oh,
line.
yeah.
Getting ready to see another $200 go down the drain, Ken.
Never goes down the drain. It all comes back to
Winds
me
up
eventually.
coming out.
I
Well,
just
hopefully it's going to be coming
Yeah.
my way this
Yeah,
time.
you're due this
I
time.
usually,
That's
I
right.
let the other contestants hold
All
it
right,
till
let's
right
watch
at
this
the end.
pass. Oh!
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
He didn't dunk
Come
it.
on,
There
let's see
it
what
is.
you got.
I think I might be hosed.
With a 1482,
Oh,
Ken Herring.
Back in it.
He told us what it was.
Let's do
Figured
a little
surely somebody
recap,
put an
folks.
80.
Ken Herring sitting on $300. Clay sitting on $200, and my girl from Mesa, Arizona, Heather, with 3 lovely daughters at home, sitting on 0. We got a lot more rounds. We got a lot more cash coming up. So this is my favorite dealio on the whole show. This is the combo round. This is Clay and Heather. This is where we bring 2 cars up to the line, and you're gonna have to give me 1 combined time of both. You gotta be a little good at math. Are we all right with that?
Yep.
Clay, you're kind of.
I'm feeling good about it.
All right, let's meet our drivers. Hey, gentlemen, what's your name?
Logan Hauser.
Logan, tell me about your ride.
It's a 2004 Mustang Cobra, my daily driver.
What do you got in it?
It's just stock 281, stock supercharger, mainly all stock, few bolt-ons.
All right, Logan, what's your name, sir?
Bill Klein.
Bill, tell me about your ride.
It's a 1964 Malibu SS, 355 cubic inch.
All right, Clay and Heather, you get to ask one question. So Logan or Bill? Heather.
Logan,
Logan.
have you ever raced it before?
Oh, yes. Yes.
How many? A lot of passes?
About 100 on that car.
This isn't his first barbecue.
Yeah.
Logan or Bill, Clay?
Bill. Are those street tires or those slicks?
Yes, they are.
Street tires?
Street tires.
Ken Herring, Logan or Bill?
Bill. Bill, tell us a little more about the motor.
Well, it's got some work done to it. It's 30 thousandths overbore, aftermarket camshaft. Just a bunch of good old-fashioned go parts.
All right.
All right, you guys ready to make a pass for us? Let's do this. All right, combo round, $200. Logan and Bill going at it. Let's lock in our times. Heather looks all serious. Heather has got she had her game face on. And she's smiling for the camera. All right, let's lock in those times. Everybody's locked in. A 25 flat for Ken Herring, 24.50 for Clay, and a 33 flat for Heather.
Ooh, it sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty.
Yeah.
I think that's deeper than a 12-second drive.
Not bad for street tires.
All right, folks, we're ready.
Got a good converter in it.
Let's watch this pass.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Who's got the fast time here, Clay?
that thing is going
Yeah.
good.
12:15.
13:51.
My man, ladies and gentlemen, Ken Herring, the house,
All right.
the unbeatable. Let's do a little recap. Ken Herring, the house, sitting on $500. Clay sitting on $200. And the mama 3, the lovely Heather, sitting on 0. Heather, we still got a few more rounds. Let me give you a little high.
I'm waiting to win big.
You know what? You look so much better than them, so that's worth a couple $100
Exactly.
anyway.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
We're getting into the last of our $200 rounds. Heather, I'm going to do this. I don't do it very often, but I'm going to let you hold this just as $200 just for good luck.
Cool.
This usually brings a little bit of good luck.
Awesome.
So keep it in your hand.
I'm gonna.
Show the folks at home. That's some new shoes. So let's bring up our next driver. What's your name?
Najib Hogans.
Najib? Tell me about your ride, Najib.
It's a 2003 Evo, basically just stock turbo, a couple of small bolt-ons, and a race gas tune.
Are you sporting the Chanel glasses?
Well, they kind of look decent for the ladies, right?
They do look decent. Heather, Najib, first question.
Automatic or 4-speed?
It's 5-speed,
5-speed.
5-speed.
all-wheel drive.
All-wheel
All-wheel
drive.
drive.
All-wheel drive.
Clay, question for Najib.
Stock boost on that?
30 pounds of boost.
Wow.
30 pounds of
That's
boost.
a couple pounds.
That's a nice pass. That's not bad. And Ken Herring.
So got a stock bottom end?
Yep.
Wow. All
You
right.
you race a lot?
Every now and then.
Every now and then. Mr. Chanel, Najib, gonna make a run. Let's do it, buddy. All right, this is the last of the $200 passes. That's the first Arizona cool guy we've had up here, actually.
He's definitely cool.
Yep. Ken, you might want to take a few tips. All right, let's lock in those times. We got a 12:30 for Ken Herring, an 11:56 for Clay, and a 12:40 for Heather. Clay started off strong, kind of slowing down.
I think this thing's going to come unglued with 30 pounds of boost.
Yeah, you would think. Or it may come unglued
Or
in
it
the
may
bottom
come
end.
unglued.
Yeah.
30 pounds of boost, that a lot?
That's a lot on the stock bottom end. That's a ton. I don't know what they'll hold, but we're going to find out.
Oh, here we
My
go. Let's
bravado
watch
beat
this
me, but I don't
pass.
know this one better. That's a good sign, too.
Oh, there it is.
No.
Heather, you may be on the board.
I got my money for my good
That's
luck.
right. That's,
Hey, I bet he'd give you that 200 to keep that from happening.
Yeah.
She's broke. Heather's the winner.
Woo!
You know what, Heather? You just won that race right
right.
there. Heather, give you a little high five.
good
for that.
job.
Awesome.
When we have a catastrophic failure, the slowest time wins. Congratulations. All right, folks, listen. We're sitting on $200 for Heather. Clay is sitting on $200, and Ken Herring, the house, is sitting on $500. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with more pastime. All right, folks, welcome back to pastime. We're getting deep into the rounds. The money is going up. Let's bring up our next driver. What's your name?
James.
James?
James Trammell.
Come on over here, James. Tell me about your ride, James.
Actually, a 64 Nova Super Sport, runs a 355 Chevy small block in it with a turbo 400.
Now, let me ask you something. Do people love the color of that car?
Yes, they do.
First question for James, Heather.
You've got electronics in it.
Just electronic ignition, and that's it.
Clay?
You have a trans brake?
No.
And Ken Herring.
What size was the motor again?
355 small block.
Any work on that motor?
Just a little bit, not much.
What kind of work?
Just a little head work, has aluminum heads, and the bottom end's basically stock.
You ready to take that pink Terror down the track?
Hey,
we are.
Hey, Brett. He's not related to Kevin Dean, is he?
No.
No. He could do a Civil War reenactment, though. Take a look at that right there, folks. All right, let's make a pass. All right, let's lock in our times. This is a $300 pass. Heather, $300. Heather is locked in. Clay is locked in, and Ken Herring is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. 10:70 for Ken, 11:22 for Clay, and a slow time of a 12:25 for Heather. Ken, you think that car's gonna do pretty good?
Yeah, I think so. We didn't really get a lot of information, but I just have this feeling.
Well, as we say on Pastime, the burnouts never lie, so let's take a listen.
It's gonna run good.
Wow.
All right, let's watch this pass.
Makes a good sound.
Got a little twisty there.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know if it's fast as I was thinking. Wow.
11:74. It is Heather. $300.
All right.
The comeback kid.
Good job.
All right, let's do a little recap. Heather is sitting on $500. She is tied with Ken Herring, and Clay is in third spot at $200. This next pass is worth $300. Clay, put you in for a three-way tie. You win this. Let's bring up our next driver. How are you, sir? What's your name?
Dan.
Dan, tell me about your ride.
It's a 72 Chevelle with a big block 478. Big block?
That's a big block.
That's a big block.
What else you got on there, buddy?
Stock rear end, 400 turbo hydro 400 with a shift kit, and that's all.
Heather, first question.
So you said it's got a shift kit. Is it an automatic shifter?
Yeah.
Clay?
What stall torque converter do you have on
3500.
And Ken Herring, the master.
What tires are on the back of it? We can't see from
What
here.
kind of tires you got?
I believe they're 29 by 9s.
Are they slicks or?
Yeah, they're slicks.
Okay.
Let's
There
make
we
a
go.
pass. I want to see this one.
All right.
All right, let's go. All right, $300 pass. Clay, you need this.
I'm trying.
I know you're trying. This would be nice.
I feel good about this one, though.
You feel good?
I feel good.
Clay is locked in. Heather is locked in. Just waiting for the master. The man, the myth, the legend from Tyler, Texas. Ken Herring is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. A 12:50 for Ken, a 12:78 for Clay, and an 11:80 for Heather. Heather, the fast time.
Yeah.
Are you in the zone right now? You
I'm
feeling
in the
good?
zone. Oh, yeah. All right, what do you guys think now?
Yeah, that might not be good, huh?
All right, Heather is in his zone. Let's watch this pass.
11.5 on his rear window, it says.
Wow.
11.
Wow.
No way.
Right on the button.
On the
Heather is
button?
in a zone.
Oh.
Folks, right on the
right.
button. We've had that one time before on Pastime, an 11:80. She called it right on the money. Heather has got $800 in the bank. Clay has got $200. And Ken has got $500. Folks, when we come back, it's going to be the final round. It's $500. It is anybody's game. Unfortunately, Clay, you are not going to be in it because mathematically you are out, but it's between Heather and the master, Ken Herring. Don't go anywhere. The final round is coming up. Stick with us. All right, folks, welcome back to Pastime. We are into the final round. Let me do a little recap. Heather, who has been in a zone from Mesa, Arizona. Congratulations, Heather is sitting on $800. Clay from Chandler, Arizona, sitting on $200. Mathematically is out of the game, so you're playing for pride. And Ken Herring sitting on $500. Hey, buddy.
We're down.
$500 is going to make us win.
Then we'll be done.
It's between you and Heather.
Exactly.
It's the final round, $500. Let's bring up our last car of the evening. coming out. Tell me about your ride.
I've got a 1987 S10 here, and it's the only vehicle here with a real motor.
What's a real motor to you?
It's an electric motor.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Wow.
So it's going to really throw you guys for a loop, I think.
Tell me about the motor.
It's about a 200-pound motor. It doesn't have a transmission, no clutch. It's direct drive. Has 30 little small motorcycle batteries.
Heather, first question for Dennis.
How much does the truck weigh?
It weighs 3,478 pounds with me in it.
Clay.
Is that roll cage required?
Not yet.
Not yet. Good question there. Nice clue. And Ken Herring.
How do they rate those motors? I mean, is there horsepower, or how do you?
Well, the nameplate on the motor says 23 horsepower.
Do you know how much horsepower you think you're putting out?
If I had to guess, maybe 160.
160 horse.
Wow. Yes.
You ready to make a green pass for us?
We're going to try.
All right, let's do this. All right, last pass of the night. Electric batteries. That's cool. Clay, I want to tell you something. If you win this, you basically have won the show for Heather because she has more money and she will beat out Ken Herring. So you're keeping the money in Arizona.
I feel good about that.
2 against 1.
Just remember that later.
Let's
share some
Let's
of it.
lock in those times.
Oh man, that's not good.
Heather is locked in. Clay is locked in. Ken Herring.
Electric car, and I'm
Electric
down.
car.
And they say this isn't a fair game. Yeah.
Everybody is locked in except for Ken Herring.
I know this is
All
not
right,
good.
everybody is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. A 14:30 for Ken Herring, an 11:50 for Clay, and a 12:70 for Heather. Clay, 11:50, 30 batteries. You're feeling pretty good.
Whoa, wow.
Sounds like a jet turbine.
It does.
Wow.
Wow. I might be done.
But
Yeah,
look at
that
he's
was
got
great.
Yeah, look at see that cameraman?
Yeah.
He's got to air out the car there.
Oh, I hope
Thanks,
so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this pass. 30 batteries.
Not
Whoa!
bad for electric.
Wow.
Oh, it's
A lot
not
of
looking
torque.
I'm
good.
thinking that it's a bit closer to me.
A 13:18. Ladies and gentlemen,
Heather.
Heather!
There you go.
Heather, right there. Congratulations.
All right.
Heather takes the money, and it is winner take all. So Clay and Ken, hand over your money to Heather.
All right.
Clay, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Heather, congratulations.
There you
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, it's past time. Name the time,
Thank
you.
win the cash. It's
Thank
that
you.
easy. From Chandler, Arizona, I'm Brett Wagner for Speed. We'll see you next time.